What's going on, people, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to do a quick match reaction to the game that finished this evening. Dundee 3, Celtic 3, Scottish Premiership. Celtic extending their lead at the top of the SPFL with an undeserved, in my opinion, 3-3 draw against Dundee in the Scottish Premiership tonight. Absolute garbage, in my opinion. I think Celtic have been absolutely shocking since October. Since they beat Leipzig in that Aberdeen semi-final, I think Celtic have completely let complacency step in. Even before the Rangers defeat, I didn't think performances were great. After that Leipzig game, I think there's been an absolute drop-off from certain people. Certain people are not taking their chances. I thought Ida was horrendous tonight. I thought he was absolutely awful. Adam Ida, he was terrible, absolutely terrible. Done nothing, in my opinion, the whole game. I thought Trusty had that really good game against Atlanta away, but tonight he was horrendous. He was absolute garbage, in my opinion. He was so crap, bullied by Simon Murray, and the other chap who scored against Rangers last week, he gave us all sorts of problems. Dundee should have won this game, in my opinion. They wanted it more, physically. They bullied us in the second half. They were winning every second ball in the second half. Celtic were just lazing around, absolutely terrible. McGregor again, McGregor needs to be dropped. I don't care that he's the captain. Every time there's a battle, McGregor's an absolute wuss. He's not physical enough, in my opinion. He's not the only one. I thought Bernardo was horrendous as well in the midfield. I thought Luke McGowan was the only one. I thought McGowan was basically doing it all by himself. I thought McGowan played really well tonight. He scored as well. I'll get onto that. Rodgers takes him off. Completely stupid from Rodgers. Rodgers again, making changes when it wasn't needed. We had a good second half display against Ross County on Saturday. Rodgers then changes it. Brings in Bernardo, takes out Engels, who's been really good recently, and then brings in Bernardo, and it completely fell on its face. I blame Rodgers tonight for that game. Absolutely terrible. The game started, Celtic I thought started quite well. They took the lead, basically. For Greg Taylor, who was our best player tonight. Again, why did Taylor get taken off? I can understand if he had a poor game, but he actually didn't. He didn't deserve to get taken off. Again, Rodgers made a baffling decision by taking him off. That was a stupid decision by Rodgers, in my opinion. But yeah, Taylor got the ball, on the left-hand side. He played a great ball into the box. Luke McGowan was at the back post. What a header from Luke McGowan. Past Trevor Carson into the net. 1-0 Celtic. It's a really good goal from Luke McGowan. I thought he played really well, as I said. I thought he was our best midfielder tonight by far. I thought he was really good. Celtic, had another chance. It was Paulo Bernardo off the crossbar from a header. It was really unlucky from Bernardo. He should have scored. It was a really good ball into the box. Bernardo should have done better. It's a good ball from Alistair Johnson. Bernardo had a shocking game tonight, but he should have buried that. That should have been 2-0 to Celtic. Dundee then grew into the game. Dundee scored. It was such a poor goal for Celtic to concede. Trusty, who was awful, tonight, but he wasn't involved in this goal. It was a breakaway, Celtic corner. Dundee won the ball. It goes out to the player. That chap who scored against Rangers, thought he was good again tonight. It was him against Johnson. Johnson completely gets beat by the guy. The guy cuts inside Johnson. And it's a really good finish past Kasper Schmeichel into the corner. It's 1-1. Dundee deserved it. They really did. They deserved to be level at that point. Celtic, had a half chance. Bernardo got played through, but then he took a heavy touch and it was smothered by Carson. And that was the first half. Celtic could have easily been 2-0 up. Very wasteful. Again, chance creation was so poor, from Celtic in the first half. They should have scored 2 or 3, but they just didn't take their chances. And Dundee, their only shot of the first half, they scored. Typical Celtic, just letting another team back into the game. It's so bloody annoying. It really is. Second half begins, and it was all Dundee, I think. Dundee, I thought, were just better than us. They won every single tackle. They wanted it more. They were more physical than us. Celtic did go in front, though. It was Yang. I thought Yang actually had done okay today, but, he scored the goal. Kyogo, what a ball into the box, goes to Yang. Trevor Carson makes a complete hash of it, pushes it up into the air, bounces right to Yang. who headed it into the unguarded net, 2-1 to Celtic. And what was Celtic's response to going 2-1 up? They conceded straight away. Absolutely garbage, defending from Trusty. He gets bullied by Simon Murray. Simon Murray pushes him out of the way. It's not a foul. Trusty needed to be stronger and he wasn't. It was so bad from Austin Trusty. Carter Vickers has to come across. Carter Vickers tried to block it. The guy hit it. Mulligan hit it. And it came off Carter Vickers. Wrong-footed Schmeichel. Schmeichel went down a bit early as well. He'll probably question why he went down so early, but it came off Carter Vickers into the net. 2-2 in this game. It was so bad, from Celtic to concede. It was so poor from Trusty. He was horrendous. As I say, he should have been taken off, but he wasn't. How he survived the 90 minutes is beyond me. Absolutely shocking. It really was. Dundee, like I said, they took the initiative. They were the better team in the second half. And they got their just rewards. Dundee, it was so poor. It really, really was. It was a corner. It was Donnelly. He beats Trusty so easily in the air. Trusty gets bullied by him. It's so poor from Trusty. Dundee score 3-2. They deserved it. Celtic were all over the place. Shocking. It really was bad. The attitude in the second half was horrendous. I thought the attitude was terrible throughout the whole game, to be honest, from certain players. It really was. Nicholas Kuhn came on. Nicholas Kuhn added a little bit of dimension to the Celtic team. When Celtic did have a break, there wasn't many. That chap had another shot from the edge of the box. That was unlucky for Dundee. Dundee could have easily scored another 2 at least, I think. They were very wasteful. And then just what Celtic looked like they were going to lose this game. I wasn't surprised that we were losing. I knew we weren't going to play well tonight. I've not been impressed with the team recently. Rodgers' comments about the fans moaning and saying that the performance has been crap, and we're passing the ball too slow. It's so true. He doesn't have a plan B. He plays the same bloody way all the time. Pass, 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 pass. It's so bloody damn boring. If you don't move it quickly, it's boring. You just don't do that, I know it's not solely down to him, but, he needs to come up with something else. Instead of his possession football, it bores the hell out of me, and he changes the team too often, it annoys me when he does that. It really is annoying. We need more players in the transfer on this window as well, more wingers, more creativity. Stop relying on Kuhn and Maeda to bail us out, because Palmer, Yang, and whoever at Ida, they don't do anything for me and for the rest of the Celtic support. Celtic look like they're going to lose the game, but then Nicholas Kuhn, cuts inside, hits a shot. Mo Silla, who I thought was excellent, in the whole game. Thought he really battled in the second half. He won that battle, I think. It's a penalty, Mo Silla sticks his arm up to stop the ball going towards goal from Nicholas Kuhn. It's a penalty, unfortunately, for Dundee. They were so close to winning this game. They deserved to win, in my opinion. We were very lucky, in my opinion. If we would have lost this game, I would have been absolutely fuming, but I would have accepted the fact we lost, but it would have been so bloody annoying because we didn't deserve a draw from this game. We didn't deserve anything from this game, in my opinion, with the way we played, particularly in the second half. It was just like the game against Rangers, in my opinion. Arnie Engels, took the penalty, scored past Trevor Carson, and that was it. It ended 3-3. It was a great game for the neutral. Dundee played very well against Rangers, could have easily won that game. They were unlucky against Rangers, and they've been unlucky against us. Tony Docherty's doing a great job at Dens Park. Dundee are a very good side. But Celtic, I don't know what's the matter with Celtic at the moment. They're so far ahead of the league. I understand that. When you're so far in front and the team who's in second place is not as good as you, which they're not over the course of the season. Rangers have had a shocking season. But Celtic, I think since the Leipzig game, have really taken their eye off the ball. They're not giving 100%. They're not playing with the same fluidity as they were before. I think Brendan needs to sit down with the players and explain to them, look, yes, we're far ahead in the league, but the league's not won yet. We've got a big game coming up next week against Young Boys. Young Boys are not the greatest team in the world, in European terms, but, they'll be looking at these games recently and thinking, we can beat Celtic, we'll put someone on Trusty, who's big and physical, win the ball in the air because he can't cope with physicality. Stick 2 people on McGregor because he does nothing, and be physical with McGregor and the midfield because they don't like it when people are physical with them. It's really annoying. We don't have enough physical players in the team, in my opinion. We need to get more physical players in. We need wingers who can create a difference. We need another striker because Ida's not doing it at the moment. And we can't rely on even though he played decent at the weekend, we can't rely on the young player who came on, Kenny, John Joe Kenny. We can't rely on him because he's still pretty young. I think he'll probably go to the B team, to be honest. I would give him a run out, but, I think we need an established striker, to help out Kyogo. We can't let Kyogo go in this window. A lot of speculation about Kyogo. We can't allow that to happen. Can't let Kyogo go. He's such a top player still. He hasn't had his best season, but it's because we don't play to his strengths. We always do that shitty side-to-side bollocks that we do. It's so bloody boring, in my opinion. The passing just annoys me certain times. I didn't like it under Rodgers the first time. At certain times, with the passing going so slowly, it really is annoying. But yeah, we dropped points again. It's very poor. It's the second time we've gone to Dundee. We drew Dundee United just before Christmas, 0-0, in a very frustrating game. This game, I think we were lucky to get a draw, to be honest. We should have lost this game, in my opinion, because we lost control of the game. We were second best in the second half. We were shocking. We had shocking attitude, shocking, discipline all over the place, giving away stupid free kicks, getting frustrated, moaning at everybody, players moaning at each other. It was really, really poor from Celtic. Need to get buck their ideas up, But yeah, Celtic dropped points, very disappointed and angry, as you can see. I'm so angry with that performance because it's been happening too much recently. I can understand if it's a one-off game. Yeah, we can't win every game all the time, but, at least give it 100%. Celtic, in my opinion, have taken their eye off the ball since the Leipzig game. We need to get back on the track. We started the season so well. We were playing some really great football. We destroyed Rangers 3-0 at the start of the season. Destroyed Leipzig. Destroyed Aberdeen in the semi-final of the Cup. Where's that all gone? It's not been the same since. Kilmarnock next, and we're on Cup duty this weekend on Saturday. We're at home to Kilmarnock. Killy, it'll be a tough game against them. Derek McInnes will have them. We're looking at that game thinking, oh, well, if we can get something like Marley Watkins against Austin Trusty, may whip it into the box. He's got no chance of competing because he doesn't have physicality, as I said. I dropped Trusty because of how poor he was. Bring back Scales for Saturday's game and then take Bernardo out and then bring in Engels, keep McGowan in there. I would drop McGregor, but he's not going to do that, is he? So McGregor will play and then play Kyogo up top and then bring Kuhn back into the starting 11 for Saturday's game and maybe put Yang on the left or Kuhn on the left because Yang did score tonight. But yeah, Kilmarnock next in the Scottish Cup. Very disappointing performance. Still top of the table. Still got a big lead over Rangers, but you want to win every game. It's very aggravating when you're in control of a match and you throw it away, and then your attitude drops. It was so poor. But yeah, that's my opinion on the game. Take care. I'll see you guys on Saturday after the cup match at home against Kilmarnock. Peace.